Well, good afternoon. A late afternoon start to the action at the Lassa Just Playing Field. Of course, if you've been following the updates on social media, it is because the first match was abandoned. That, of course, was due to rain. The morning into the afternoon the weather conditions has not been very favorable for cricket. But with this ground staff working overtime and ensuring that we have a wicket that is nothing short of magnificent, it seems as though we will have some action here at the Lassa Just Playing Field. There's a picture of the outfield, nice and green. Of course, the rain for the last couple of weeks that we've been experiencing here in Grenada, much needed, and with just a few drops, it has sprung to lush green vegetation, nothing like what we would have seen a few weeks ago. The colors match beautifully with this ground. Look at the pink going out there from the Cinnamon Pacers and the green and yellow of the Nutmeg Warriors outside there in the middle. And we are getting ready for cricket. With me is Clyde Rondell John and Ashley Cummins. My name is Jason Skeet. Good afternoon, Clyde. And how have you been?
Good afternoon, Jason. Good afternoon to the viewers. I've been well. Just taking some time to really, analyze what is happening with the drama of the T10 tournament, the teams and their positioning and so forth. As we head into the playoffs, you want to kind of just have a feel as to what is happening.
Well, the Cinnamon Pacers won the toss and they have elected to bowl. Now, with today and tomorrow being the final 2 days for this preliminary round of matches, anything after tomorrow, of course, by the time we get to the end of the day tomorrow, we will be heading into the playoffs, so to speak. So it's going to be very interesting. Outside there in the middle, the Nutmeg Warriors are at the wicket, and they've got the formidable opening pair. They've been changing things around quite consistently, these Nutmeg Warriors, and we'll see what they have. We haven't received the playing list for the Nutmeg Warriors just yet, and hopefully they'll drop it across for us. Somebody will make sure and bring that across for us. But I can tell you the Cinnamon Pacers, of course, they've got a full decent lineup. They're sitting at the top of the table, these Cinnamon Pacers, and they came into their own. They're at fourth right now, the Cinnamon Pacers, are they? Yeah.
Come on, man.
So we're getting ready for the start of the action on this wonderful Tuesday afternoon. Jaron Noel wearing number 8 for the Cinnamon Pacers. McDonald. And first runs of the day.
Go, Jay.
For Cato, Roland Cato, captain of the Nutmeg Warriors, Roland Cato, and McDonald. They're outside there in the middle for the Nutmeg Warriors, and they will. Cato is going with him again, but it's not traveling in the air, but on the ground. One bounce and on the ground to mid-wicket. There's a man outside there looking on the mid-wicket boundary. So Daniel McDonald and Roland Cato, the opening pair for the Nutmeg Warriors.
It's going to be important that the Nutmeg Warriors get off to a good start. You look at the conditions around there. Still a bit of rain, in the environment, so you want to make sure you get a good start where you can put some pressure on the Cinnamon Pacers.
He's not going to get off just yet. Daniel McDonald. This is maybe the first time we've seen a lot of action from him in this tournament. Daniel McDonald.
Yes, Jay, yes, Jay, yes, Jay. Let's go, man, let's go, man.
So we're happy to have some action today, Clyde. We almost ended up with a situation like what we had. Well, dissecting the fielders there beautifully down at the between mid-on and long-on, and it's powerfully struck.
Yeah, tell you what, that was a good counteracting cricket. He's recognizing that the bowler was just cramping him a bit for room. And so he just got outside the line and swung it through the mid wicket for four, sorry.
Well done, Jay. Well done, Jay. Over ball. Good boy.
The TV on.
Leg. That's leg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, you gotta be the one. You don't remember this was this pitch, so now you move over so you can be close for one. Come on, man. Come on, man. Over, right? Ball is coming over. Right arm over.
What would have generally constituted a match is 3 overs. I'm quite sure we're going to get more than that. Some heavy clouds, but we'll be all right.
Yeah, the conditions are quite overcast, but we just have to make sure that, as you said, at least 3 overs bowled, and we can have a really nice, keen contest. This is why the Warriors would really want to get off to a good start, so at least within that 3 overs they can have something that they can defend.
Yeah, their net run rate has not been something to write home about at all. Even though they've been picking up a couple of wins, they've got to. Eventually they're going to get one. The score is ticking over. This is very much pedestrian from the Nutmeg Warriors. 1.3 overs gone, 11 runs on the board, and we're inside the power play with Roland Keto and Daniel McDonald. They've been very watchful.
Yeah, they want to keep in the back of their mind the conditions around, and certainly you want to make sure that you capitalize on anything loose. You may just need to up that rate a bit.
Walcott is beating the outside edge. Wayward shot there from Daniel McDonald. He was watchful for the last couple of deliveries and just losing it there for a brief second. These are the kinds of moments that can just induce a nick to the wicket keeper. And the next thing you know, you're walking back with heads bowed. Oh, he's picked it up. That's gone. That's 6. So Daniel McDonald gets under it and sends it on its way.
Yeah, that's what I've been speaking about. You want to get a bit of momentum. You want to give, the innings some impetus that in the event downpour or some reason for the game to stop, at least you have something you can defend.
Oh. Good comeback from the bowler. Walcott.
Yeah, it's important in a partnership like this, at least one person understand the rule that they need to more or less be a pinch hitter just to get them off, you know, in the event of something happens.
Keep going, man.
The Nutmeg Warriors, they've been known for some hard hitting. They want to stay on top of things. There's not a Nicholas Puran in the squad, but
Come on, man.
they have a few that can send it around.
Right ball, right ball.
They would argue, even though they don't have a Nicholas Puran, they have an Andre Fletcher.
Yeah, they do have an Andre Fletcher. Spiceman can hit it a long way. I'm imagining now that they're missing J.C. Johnson Charles, who was with them last year. He might have had something to say about that.
It's going to roll into the boundary, down fine leg. The umpire will signal buys. And more runs on the board. The Nutmeg Warriors today out Chris Alexander and Ashton Regis, the two who are out for the Nutmeg Warriors. Kato is seeing something. He wants to send Noel somewhere. He wants to send him. It looks like he was aiming over mid-wicket. Should have been one.
Yeah, fielder had to run around there, but I guess some reason the non-striker decided he couldn't make it.
Turned nicely, just one. Kato has some form. I think it's just that he was very much unfortunate in the last couple of matches. He didn't do himself any favors at all because he did play a few shots that you might call indiscriminatory.
Yeah, I quite agree with you.
The shout of catch is going to travel, and yes, it does. Just like that, McDonald goes for 11. Looking to go over mid-off, mistimed. And a comfortable catch there. The person that looks like, is it Ryan John?
Sherman Lewis, it seems. Yeah, 83, that's Sherman Lewis. But Jason, you want to give credit to Noel. I think you look at what he has done to the left-hander. He's always cramping the left-hander for room. And the left-hander just deciding, hey, I'm going to just step back, free myself, and look to belt him through the onside. What he did well was that he kept it outside, wide outside. So McDonald had to stretch. He had to reach it, and that brought his downfall.
Oh, fantastic. I couldn't have said it better myself. So Walcott will continue from the Riverbank end.
Right ball.
Fall of the wicket of McDonald brings Descartes into strike. Descartes has been having a few good games so far. McDonald going for 11. Caught Lewis off the bowling of Noel. 24 for 1.
Yeah, still needing a faster start in terms of what is happening out there, you know. But as we see Descartes, he can really belt it around. He doesn't want to take too much time in terms of getting his eyesight in. Maybe one or two, and then I think he really needs to pick it up.
It's a good delivery from Walcott, not giving Descartes much room at all. He's a strong man, Descartes. And when he goes with it, it stays gone.
Yeah, good powerful strike off the cricket ball. We've seen him. Can be destructive. I think once he gets into that zone, it's hard to really stop him. what I've noticed is that he takes his time in terms of getting into the zone.
Well, he should have done a whole lot better than that. It was right there for the taking. What should have been a dot ball, mostly one, turned into a boundary, and the Nutmeg Warriors wouldn't mind at all.
Tell you what, that was, in spite of not getting the full meat of the bat, it was powerfully struck. John, who is not naturally a good fielder, had no chance of getting across.
Again, and they're luring Keto into a wayward shot, sort of premeditated shot, I think it was, by Keto.
Yeah, I think he just decided he's going to come down the wicket again. But this time, Walcott seeing him and just getting that one to move away from the right-handed batter. Unfortunately, it was just a little too wide.
Wow. He's got to be careful now. They're still inside the power play. Still 2 legal deliveries remaining. 31 for 1. Generally, we've seen this, Clyde. The team that dominates the power play more than likely goes on to win the game.
Yeah, in most instances, this is what happens.
Slower delivery and beaten outside the off stump. That's a gem.
Yeah, really, Walcott doing the business there. I think he has unsettled Keto. Keto is not looking as confident. You see him running down the wicket, missing. He stood up this time and the ball just left him. So he really needs to settle down, Keto.
Oh, he spoons this one high up in the air. This could spell danger here. A man is settling under it. And the catch is taken comfortably with a heaping set of acrobatics too. And the big man, Ryan John, does the damage. One more wicket down, 31 for 2.
Yeah, as I was just saying, he needs to settle. I think Walcott has done really well to unsettle him. And there he goes, just spooning this one high in the air. You can see, John, it was swollen. And in the end, he took a really good catch. Had he overcommitted, definitely he would have dropped it, but he did really well, Ryan John, to just keep himself underneath it as it swirled and took a brilliant catch.
So the Nutmeg Warriors, 31 for 2. He's going to hear a few words from the coach, Junior Murray, when he gets back into the hut. That's Keto. That brings out the hard-hitting Andre Fletcher to the middle for the Nutmeg Warriors.
Well, Fletcher here will want to continue that momentum. Yeah. Himself and Descartes, 2 good, powerful strikers of the cricket ball. They just need to settle in, see that the wicket is taking a bit of seam. It continues to play good. You can get value for your shots, but you just need to really play the proper cricket shots.
You get no argument from me there at all.
Yeah, I think we've seen so far a lot of the batters, especially on this track that we're on, they don't seem to want to hold their shape and really look to, use the pace of the bowler or stand as still as possible and really get the power through the shots.
So after the fall of Keto, they have been relatively quiet for the last couple of minutes. Brings up the got 31 runs coming from the power play. And umpire is just confirming that it was a no ball. So it is. And they're going to have a free hit. Should have done a whole lot more with that free hit discard, but can't get Sherman Lewis out of the ground. So just 2 added to the total, 1 for the no ball and the single.
Yeah, good delivery by Lewis. Just taking the piece off there. Really just rolling the fingers around it. Got it to cut back into the left-hander who couldn't get the room necessary to swing the arms.
Lewis keeping Fletcher in check. It's a good day for Andre Fletcher to stay and put some runs under his belt. I wonder where he's at in the runs column in the stats for the tournament. Watchful, easy single.
I think he's at number 7 in the rankings for the batters. He's on 127. Your leading scorer, that's Anil Matthew. He's at the top there with 169. So a half century here for Fletcher will set him right in terms of becoming the leading run scorer.
Not much breathing room between 1 and 7.
Yeah, quite agree. 141. Regis, he's in second position. Haston Jackson for the Clove Challengers, he's on 138. Nikosi Saint-Hilaire, who's in this game, he's on 132 in fourth position.
So another free hit again.
That's when you have a free hitter.
Sherman Lewis is having a very long day at the office here.
Right. Come on, man. Right.
And another extra.
Yeah, you still got one. Free it still. Hey, go back, let me know waste no time, please.
So the Sun fighting to come out here at Lassa Jess, but these heavy clouds are very low and putting up a real battle. Well, that's firmly struck. Firmly struck. And it goes for 4. You heard the meat of it. You heard the sweetness of the bat.
Yeah, again, discard getting the opportunity just to free the hands a bit. And that one pitch, right, just half volleyish length. And he was able to get underneath it. Striking and striking really well, discard.
Oh, good comeback from Lewis. He got one to move away from the left-hander this time. Good length and getting some lateral movement.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of movement from him. He continues to just vary the pace. You see him with the faster one, the slower one. So far, he's delivered quite a few slower balls in this innings. I think his surprise ball would now be the faster ball because he's gone, slower ball. And we're looking for the faster one now.
Just one. And finally, we come to the Sherman Lewis over. After 5, the Nutmeg Warriors are 41 for 2.
Yeah, you would think that they're in a pretty okay position, given that it's just 2 wickets down. They still have Fletcher and Descartes at the wicket. it says that, you know, once these two stay there for maybe the next 2 overs, then they can have a really good run in terms of trying to up the run rate for the remaining 3.
Andre Fletcher's on 1. Shadrach Descartes is on 7. Use the opportunity to say good afternoon to UL. She's one of our diligent scorers in the room next door, together with Paulette and everybody else. Can't remember everybody's name at the moment, but they've been doing an awesome job. But these batters outside, they've been doing a fantastic job of trying to steady this ship here, Andre Fletcher and Shadrach Descartes. Start of over number 6. Ryan John. Slower delivery, well negotiated. So Noel has gone for 11 of his 2 overs, picking up 1 wicket. Walcott has gone for 15, not bad at all. Picked up 1 wicket as well.
It's coming right over to you.
There's a healthy edge, but over the wicket keeper for 4. Well, he flashed it in, and he flashed it hard, Andre Fletcher. And it goes for 4.
Yeah, that was a smart shot. He was just looking to use the pace of the bowler there. He got maybe a little more than he thought. Took the top edge. I think this is what really saved him. It took the top edge and it eluded the keeper. Not really getting it where he wanted it. You could see the idea was to get it down to 3rd man, but I don't think he wanted it so fine. But good result for him.
Runs is runs on the board, that's what they say. However it comes, they're going to enjoy it. 46 for 2. Carved nicely. Just 1, Andre Fletcher. I think he was looking to get it maybe a little bit more square, but I think it came onto him a little faster than he expected.
Yeah, he definitely wanted it a bit more square, but John really doing well in terms of having him to wait a little bit more, and I think he just came down on it just in time.
Another healthy hedge again over the wicketkeeper. Another boundary. 4 more.
Yeah, some very fortuitous batting. They're getting the results, the desired results. Not really where they intended, but all of these will count in terms of getting them to where they want to go.
Well, 2 have gone down there inside this over already. In the back of his mind, Ryan John must be thinking he should employ a 3rd man.
Yeah, with the 3rd man up inside the circle, it's really difficult to save runs like these. I think with the length that he's been bowling, he could afford to put the 3rd man back.
Carter saying 1, they're going to come for 2, and they're going to get it comfortably in the end. Good running between the wickets here by these 2.
Yeah, good single. The communication was clear. They knew exactly what they were going to do. The hesitation from the fielder in terms of the pickup allowed them. They were pretty quick between the wickets.
by 2 minutes, yeah.
So Ashley Cummings is spending the entire morning surveying the ground and seeing what's happening. We finally have some action. He's going to come in for some action. It's very pedestrian here, all things considered. The Nutmeg Warriors, 53 for 2. And that's the thing about these Nutmeg Warriors. When they're on, they're on. And when they're down, they're down. Now Lewis is coming, and Lewis is going, and is going to go just behind the boundary for 6. So Andre Fletcher picked him up nicely.
Yeah, I think Fletcher was looking for this shot quite a while now. And really, this is the first time that he has gotten something that loose from Lewis, and he puts it away, and puts it away with disdain. I think as long as he is out there, he will be a threat to the Cinnamon Pacers.
This time he's gone through the offside. That's an exquisite shot for 4.
Again, Lewis just guilty of bowling too many slower deliveries. Had enough time there, Fletcher, to just wait on it, get the bat completely over it, and pierce the gap. I think Lewis just needs to mix the piece a little bit more. They seem to be reading the slower deliveries well.
He's gone with him again. Is it going to travel? Ah, yes, the catch is taken out in the deep. Good, had to stop and check and stop and check, and Dana George does the tidying up work. Good take. Another wicket's down, 63 for 3.
Yeah, I tell you what, I think looking at what has happened, the bowlers in this tournament have really bowled well to Andre Fletcher. Lewis here just forcing him to really try to get some momentum into his innings. And all he could do is hold out to Dana George, who takes a really brilliant catch. He had to come in. He was right back on the boundary. He had to run a good distance in, kept his eyes on it, and he did the business for the Cinnamon Pacers.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the shot, I don't think Andre Fletcher, it was premeditated somewhat. And I don't think he needed to give himself all that room. You stand and deliver. The ball was right there. It would have still been in the air had he not moved and tried to give himself some room.
Yeah, I think I quite agree with you there. He was just beginning to be a bit unsettled.
Wow.
You already gotten some 10 of the over. You know, it could have been played different.
Well, Andrew will come in. Looks like
Javon Andrew.
He played a masterful knock the other day with Shadrach Descartes when Descartes was loose and gone for 60-something. Kellis Andrew was brutal. I got excited there for a moment. I forgot that Ashley Cummins was heading to the commentary booth. Ashley Cummins will come in. I got excited there because of Fletcher. And as Lewis heads to Javon Andrew, I will vacate the chair and make way for Ashley Cummins.
Again, really, Lewis with these slower deliveries just seemed to be favoring the slower deliveries this evening. And he has done it with good effect.
Very good afternoon to you, John, and it had been a really pleasant afternoon. Nice cool condition for cricket outside there, and so far we have not seen the Nutmegs really producing the seeds that's supposed to be produced at this time because they really need it.
Yes, I quite agree with you. the conditions will favor the Nutmeg blossoming. Just a little sunshine, just a little rain. And I don't think they have done the blossoming as many of the spectators would need.
Well, as Lewis in, and this one is played down to Todman. And one more to the total.
Yeah, they just really not getting themselves, that sort of momentum that we know that they can produce. They've lost some key wickets at crucial times, and they always seem to be in a rebuilding phase.
Seeing that the Cinnamons are putting on some new leaves, and they are doing well. This one is played not so confidently by Andrew, but in the process he got one and one more. It's the end of the over. It's the end of the 7th over. It's 66 for a loss of 3 with Andrew on 2 and Descartes on 15.
Well, tell you what, with the score 66 for 3, the Nutmeg Warriors, they really want to have some impetus into the innings now. We've seen Descartes, he can be destructive, he's still out there. I think batting with Jevon Andrew, they seem to be a confident pair, and so one would hope that maybe they can now begin to, look at really putting willow to leather.
Yes, definitely. They need to get a score. They need to get some impetus in the setting the target. And so far, 66 for 3. I don't think that Nutmeg Warriors manager and coach and the captain will be very much liking that position. But cricket is cricket. Runs on the board, and let's see what's going to happen. A new bowler is coming in there. It seems that is Christian Murray. And he's going to take up the attack from the road end. Left-hand bowler over the wicket. And backing out his run-up. Jevon Andrew is getting ready to face whatever is going to come to him. You can see a pack on offside field as Murray makes his way. Oh, that's a good delivery. Good delivery. Very good delivery to start with. Dead on the wicket, and Jevon Andrew have to dig it out.
Well, we've seen scores under 80, under 90 being chased down and teams winning. Do you think that the Warriors will be happy with maybe 85, 90?
In this condition, looking at the kind of cloud condition and that's one that is hit out for maximum, a beautiful shot. He was asking for it and they got into position quickly and they just hit it over the long on boundary, and that is six more to the total. But the condition outside, bowlers who can really get the ball to move around, I think it is in the advantage, putting the ball in the right spot, and the batsman knowing how the wicket is playing. As I always say, this wicket outside there, I love that wicket. What you put in, that's what you get out. So it's going to be some asking for them. 73 for 3, 7.2 overs gone. And a run rate of 9.95 thus far. Murray. Swings and swings. Well, that's a magnificent shot. Well, John, you would not ask for it any better. Right in the slot. And the sound of the willow, a maximum, beautifully played.
Yeah, well, Descartes really in that mode now. I think he understands how important it is to get the Warriors to really blossom. He has been destructive. We know that he can really put bat to ball, and he has done so consecutively, 2 sixes back to back. He seems to be in the mode. Races on to 27. And this is what I think the Warriors, they will be happy for.
79 for 3 in the mood. That's a good mood to be in. The ball is yet to be found. Nice cool condition for seam bowling. You got to put the ball in the correct places. The batsman will have have the extension. Once it's in the slot, it's going to go around the cut. But they having the batters just having a little chip chat, and this is one of the things I always admire about these two teams, Saffron and the Warriors. The batters always having that little tete-a-tete in the wicket, and this is always so important. Communication.
Yeah, communication is important. They would want to set a target at least 100. Maybe that would be a defendable total for them, given the position that they're in. So a lot of discussion. Let's hope they can execute based on what their plans are.
2.3 overs remaining. The run rate, the current run rate is at 10.53. This cut is on 27, and Andrew is on 7. Just about some 10 extras as we get ready again from Murray. And he gone again. What a beautiful shot. Well, this one was creamed. What a shot.
Yeah, the Scots really looking to be destructive in this over. I think he has picked Murray to be that bowler that he's going to really put the pressure on to try and get the Nutmeg Warriors into that good position that they want to be in.
Well, 85 for 3. What a shot. He had raised to 33. 3 sixes in consecutive deliveries. Have we seen a 6 sixes in this tournament thus far?
No, I don't think. I think the most that we might have had was 5 throughout the history of the tournament. And I think that came off the bat of Devon Smith.
Oh, yes, I remember this one. 85 for 3. Got two deliveries left in this over. And it seems that the umpires, they're going to be choosing a ball. And does the batsman have to have a look at it too? No, it's no longer part and parcel of this game. The umpires choose the ball, you get it, and you got to go back to your work. 11.09 is the current run rate. We got 2.2 overs remaining. They scored on 33. Driven Andrew, well, they continue to chip chat while all this is happening. It's 85. It's the only game we have today. Rain had put an end to the first game, and luckily we have a good playing condition for the afternoon. The sun just trying to peep out every now and then, but the cloud is saying, hey, look, I'm going to keep you quiet for some time. You have had a good time. So it's a good thing to have some nice weather condition. The sun is not out there shining and really burning anybody out there, but it's good conditions for cricket. What will Murray do? Comes around the wicket this time, the left-handed seamer. And he goes again. High in the air. Somebody's getting there. He's traveling. Oh, what a beautiful catch. He had to run around, John, and he took a beautiful catch.
Yeah, good result for Murray, and Walcott really doing well. The ball seemed for a minute like it was going to go out the park, but there he goes, running around, settling himself, and in the end, taking a brilliant catch. Good movement in the outfield.
Well, I think in this time, Murray may have just rolled the fingers over this one. He did not come at the normal pace that Discott wanted, but unfortunately, as a good catch taken, and he is gone for 33. John Olive is going to make his way in, and Murray reaping the reward of getting that wicket after 3 huge sixes. Well extended, and look at it again, just running around and covering the ground nicely. Took it on the chest, and coaches will say that's the appropriate thing to do.
Yeah, well, Murray winning the war there. He lost the battle, some 3 sixes in a row, but eventually he won the war. He got the wicket of the Scot, and so that would make him feel happy.
So the new batsman, as I said, it's Olive, John Olive. No rabbit with a bat. He can hit a long ball. He has come in and he has joined Andrew. And they will have to look to get that score beyond 100. which will be a challenge for the Sinan Pacers. Ryan John now maneuvering in the short third man area, hand and waist, and this one is outside the stop, and Ryan John just moving out from there, and this one is going to run into the boundary. Well, you cannot underestimate John Olive. Not all the time he's going to have a big swing, but this was delicately played down to the widest third man for 4.
Yeah, good use of the line of the delivery. All he needed to do was to find the gap, and that he did with precision. It raced away over the boundary ropes. Good result for him. He will be confident and happy to get off the mark in this way.
And what a way to get off the mark. 89 for 4. We're in the 8th over. And just 2 overs to go. Can it be a 120 chase?
Well, it will take some hitting. Andrew is there. He's known to be a good, decent hitter of the cricket ball. Hasn't been in the best of form. He has done well in terms of the partnerships that he's batted in. But now he would need to really bring out the long handle.
Well, so far, Walcott 1 for 18 of 2. Noel 1 for 11 of 2. Showman Lewis 1 for 23 of 2. Ryan John none for 12, and Murray 1 for 23 of 1. So it's 2 overs remaining, and it's 89 for 4 with Andrew on 3, Olive on 4. Partnership does 4 so far. A current run rate of 11.13. And we are expecting to see some hitting as Ryan John come back, and this one was just outside the off-stump. They're looking to squeeze it and not making any contact. The wicketkeeper collects, and there is no run. Ryan John is going to roll his fingers. He's going to use all his experience. This is the penultimate over, and he would like to really cut the run flow and showing that this Warrior team would not get to 100. So, and this one is hit hard and high in the air. Somebody's getting under it. He goes, perishing. Lewis taking a smart catch, going on all his knees to complete a catch, and Warriors still seem to be just falling away a little bit.
Yeah, good catch there by Lewis. John looking to slip in the Yorker. I think Andrew did what he needed to do, but really couldn't get underneath that ball enough to get it off the meat of the bat. It seemed to have hit the toe end, and it went straight up. So Andrew goes. I think he had the right idea. They needed the quick runs. He looked to go straight back over the bowler's head. Unfortunately, he didn't get it in the sweet spot of the bat.
So Moses, a new batsman in, 89 for 5. Ryan John is still the bowler in the penultimate over as Alex Moses makes his way in. And very much business-like outside of there, Alex Moses, as he goes in there now, take his guard, and Ryan John is just having a smile, a little chit-chatting and making sure that every fielder is in the correct position. It's a very crucial time of this inning as Ryan John is going to bowl to Moses. And this is a good delivery from Ryan John. Batsman just can't get under it. And that's just the kind of bowling at this time needed, John.
Yeah, that's what you need. You want to make sure that the batters don't get a chance to really get underneath the ball to crash it over the boundary ropes. They have to generate whatever power that they can get.
As he bowls again, this time he's hitting down the ground. And 2 fielders converging, one going to get it and they only get a single. Would there be overthrow? Well, the batsman had run all the way, Olive, and it's only 1 for the effort. So 2 for the effort. Yes, 2 for the effort. So Moses off the mark. He's on 2. Olive is on 4. It's 91 for 5. 2 deliveries remaining in this over. And Ryan John really like to keep it as minimal as possible as he comes in again and bowl. This time he's hitting hard. Bouncing in front of Dana George. And the batsman can only get a single, taking the score on to 92 for 5. And Pacers would really like to restrict. It's 8 runs short of 100, and I can still think they are thinking of restricting them under 100. The 3 figures could be psychological in this kind of weather condition we have outside of here. As Rand bowls again. Umpire taking a good stretch there, signaling it's a wide. Don't think it's a long time the umpire had a little stretch. So it's good to see the umpire is always involved in whatever is happening, but I don't think Ryan John will be very much happy to give an extra run where the batsman didn't walk.
Yeah, you want to be as miserly as possible.
So he bowls again. And this one is full outside the off stump. The batsman cannot do anything more than to just hit it down on the other side of, that's on the onside, and he got a single. So it's the end of the 9th over. We have the final over with Moses on 3, Olive on 5. It's 94 for 5 as we have completed the 9th over. The run rate is 10.44 and the partnership thus far is 5.
Well, the Warriors will want to make sure that they end this over with some momentum. So Olive and Moses out there will want to make sure that, you know, they get the balls in the gap, maybe get it over the ropes as many times as possible so that they can give themselves the highest total possible to chase.
Well, Dana George, I think this is the old solitary over. He's going to bowl the final over. And he's going to bowl it from the road end, bowling to Olive, John Olive. And that's a delivery that the left-hander get to move away, and it's the umpire signaling a wide. So it's 1 more to the total, 1 more to the extras. And the John Olive will be thinking of boundaries. I think the boundaries are well patrolled as he comes in again and bowl. He goes hard, he goes high. Is it far enough? Well, the
Well done, Tin. Well done, Tin.
He has taken the catch. Yes, he had taken the catch. And Olive just did not get the amount that he wanted to clear the field, but it was really high indeed. And he has to walk away 95 for 6.
Yeah, he got good connection onto it. What didn't work in his favor there is that he had to take it from wide of the stump, and he got it a bit too much in the air, a little bit flatter. I think he would have got the momentum to go over the ropes. But the fact that it went so high into the air, it fell straight into the hands of that fielder down at the mid-wicket, the deep mid-wicket boundary.
95 for 6, 9.1 over has been bowled. A very crucial moment. They're looking to get 100 plus. And Dana George has the ball in his hand again. He's going to go past the umpire. Swinging and missing. And another dot ball. Some pressure there saying that we want to make sure that we minimize the score to under 100. Dana George he has a little company down there. A little dog just playing around, having some fun too. Why not? Lovely conditions. Comes in now. Swinging hard, flat to the extra cover. And we just have to look at a replay. Will the umpire go upstairs? Could be close and gone. Well, he's walking, so the umpire have no need to go upstairs. A beautiful bit of fielding there, very smart bit of fielding there, and the batsman have to walk back. So far, they have lost 3 wickets on 95.
Yeah, Cinnamon Pacers doing really well to restrict them. The Nutmeg Warriors, they want to make sure that they get over the 100 mark, and so the 1 is added, but as you rightly alluded to, they've lost 3 quick wickets on that same score.
Well, the Warriors going as though they are going out of season in terms of the runs. The Cinnamon Pieces doing quite well. 96 for 7, 12 extras, 9.3 overs. Final over. Moses on 3. Josh Thomas yet to get off the mark, and he is facing Dina George. Bowls, swings, and missing. Another good dot delivery. And Cinnamon Pieces will be very much happy with that. The run rate had just dropped a little bit, 9.93. And it's 12 extras with 96 for 7. Dina George is going to bowl the penultimate delivery in this over. And Josh Thomas may just be thinking and maybe enjoying in his mind a big 6 at this time, which is not yet to be seen. Ryan John is, in the meantime, is making some adjustment to the field, making sure that the boundary lines are well covered. Man in the sweeping position, long on, deep mid-wicket, third man, right back on the boundary, and the inner circle. Very smart field indeed by Captain Ryan John. Very experienced personality he is. As John bowls again, driving, that's a good stop by Ryan John. The batsman still was able to cross for the single, take this count to 97 for 7 as the final delivery in this over is coming up. And can they get to 100? I say if you have 99 cents, you haven't got $1. As he makes his way in now. Final delivery. Swings. And this will go into the boundary. It's 4. And we have come to the end of the inning, 101. Nutmeg Warriors. Would that be a good total to chase?
Well, it will be a total that needs good, proper batting. We've seen that it is possible to restrict teams under the 100 and do it with overs to spare. And definitely, if the Nutmeg Warriors come out, they will have that sort of intent to make sure that they keep the Cinnamon Pacers under 100. Again, you look at the total, though they lost quick wickets, though they had some start partnerships, they still were able to get themselves to 100. So the Cinnamon Pacers, they will feel happy with the type of batting that they have. I think they really will look to chase this and chase this in a manner that allows everyone to know that, hey, don't count us out.
Well, this Carter had scored 33 of 22 deliveries. He had 2 4s and 3 6s. Fletcher had 16. K2 with 12. We had McDonald with 11. These were the main scores for the Nutmeg Warriors. The wickets were shared 1 apiece for all the bowlers, with Noel 1 for 11. Walcott 1 for 15. Sherman Lewis 1 for 23. Ryan John, he had 1 for 17. Murray 1 for 23. And Dina George, he had 1 for 7. We had some 12 extras. And the Nutmeg Warriors ending with 101 for 7. So it means that the Cinnamon Pacers will have to get 102, and they will have to get it at a run rate of 10.1.
Yeah, good going there by the Nutmeg Warriors. They will feel happy, at least they've crossed the 100 mark, and will want to be, firing from ball 1. We've seen them have some electric starts in this tournament, and they will be hoping to get a really good start again to try and restrict the Cinnamon Pacers.
Well, they are out there, the Nutmeg Warriors. They are just doing some simple drills, making sure that they're catching, which is very important at this time, because they will have to really defend here. And they can see that the coach outside there, Junior Murray, is out there with them, and they are making sure the sun is back in its glory. although it's all a bit overcast to the northern side of this ground, and it's good to see the sun out.
Yeah, well, it's good to see. It means that the remainder of this inning should be in good hands. Tell you what, we're going to take a momentary break, and then we will be back with you for the chase. So stay with us.
The Dream 11 Spice Isle T10 Season 4. Feel the heat.
Bowled in, gone, and absolute beauty.
June 8th to June 22nd. Organized by the Grenada Cricket Association. Venue, Las Suggest Playing Field, St. David. Teams in action. The defending champs, Saffron Strikers, Bayleaf Blasters, Clove Challengers, Cinnamon Pacers, Ginger Generals, and Nutmeg Warriors. 14 days of action.
Everybody can't wait for it to start.
30 matches.
Beautifully placed.
Top local and regional players.
Lovely timing.
One venue. Las Suggest St. David. Feel the heat. June 8th to June 22nd.
If I take time and I write down all the things that I love on my island, best believe my list gon' be like 5 miles long. Best believe it's love that makes me sing this song. The cleanest breeze on the waters, friendly people meet in every corner. Togetherness and love is what we stand for. We stand for. We stand for.
Oh, island in the sun. Look at how we've grown, how far we've run. 50 years we strong and more to come. More to come. More to come. We're going higher. 50 years we're blessed, we're forged in fire. Still reaching for more. Going up, going up, 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 up. Going up, going up, going up, 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 up.
We're going higher as we aspire. Build advances, put people together.
Bang, bang, bang.
It's only up from
If we take time to reminisce on the richness of our history from the beginning, from the people who came through sugar and change, emancipation, the revolution. More than the speck up on the globe, more than the ice cream and gold, much more than the nutmeg and the clove. Tell the world we are Grenadians. Oh.
3 islands united as one, blessed with the strength to carry on. We're more than just that island in the sun. Tell the world we are Grenadians.
Higher, 50 years we're blessed, we're forging fire.
Oh, you mean?
We going up, going up, going up, 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 going up, going up, going up, 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 up. Aspire, build advances, want people together. Going up, going up, going up, 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 going up, going up, going up, 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 up.
Really and truly, can't find the words to describe what my country mean to me. So much things we take for granted, but so much things they give to me.
Peace and tranquility, family, community. It no matter where we go in the world, just know that home is where my heart is.
50 years, as you shape for 50 more, as you shape to reach your goal, like you really bring the goal.
I can see the vision clear. Sing it out to let the people hear.
Look at how we've gone and how far we've come.
50 years we strong and more to come. More to come. More to come. It's only up from here. More, more, more. Higher,
Like that.
higher.
And higher. And higher.
It's only up. We're going higher.
50 years we're blessed, we're forging fire. Still reaching for more.
Forever.
Going up, 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 up.
We make the curry pity matnik.
getting down to Grenada, we've created these incredible recipes for young chefs to essentially curate in the fashion of their culinary art. I'm very excited about this partnership. Grenada is known as a spice island, culinary capital in the Caribbean, as many have remarked.
What makes Grenadian cuisine so special? And the answer lies in the proximity of everything fresh.
I'm looking forward to uncovering the ingredients and the cultural expressions of Grenada and the pop. In Caribou, we had an amazing time, but I was so impressed about the beauty of the island and the people. So warm, friendly. I felt it kind of like a challenge. I thought I could say something here. I could do something here. The idea of bringing Grenada into the global culinary conversation became the mantra. We have to tell that story.
Must tell that story. And we all tell that story.
Well, you are, one part at a time.
Well, 101 for 7. That was the final score from the Nutmeg Warriors. 101 for 7 in their 10 overs. They were plagued with some extras. 12. That's a lot given the conditions that they played on. But the wickets were shared evenly between all the bowlers. Ryan John used a plethora of bowlers. And the variation, I'm quite sure, worked against the Nutmeg Warriors. No one really got off to a flying start, save and except Andre Fletcher, who was particularly brutal and belted a few around the ground, but save and except that, everything else was low scoring. But 100 up on the board, so anything 100 and above, it's very much defendable, Clyde.
Yeah, I quite agree with you, Jason. It's quite defendable. We've seen teams get shot out for less than that. Even the Nutmeg Warriors, they would remember the 63 that they got bowled out for, and may just want to repeat the dose.
Oh, they will. They will remember it for sure. It's etched in their memory. I'm quite sure they wouldn't forget it for a long time. They should use it as motivation. Alex Moses has the new ball heading to Nkosi St. Hilaire. Oh, he spooned this one up, missed time. This could spell danger here early. Oh, just eluding Andre Fletcher. He's got a safe pair of hands. Generally, he's got a very safe pair of hands. And he's very active, very agile in the field. So Nkosi St. Hilaire, say a prayer or two.
Yeah, that was a brilliant effort from Fletcher. He made a lot of ground and got just one hand to it, diving away. But unfortunately, as he was about to fall, it just slipped out the hands. So really, really good, outstanding work there. But St. Hilaire gets a life.
He should have held on to it. He got it in the palm of his hands. Just a softer hand, and closing it would have made this ground electric. He himself is very energetic, Andre Fletcher. A near miss for the Cinnamon Pacers. A shot across the bow from the Nutmeg Warriors. One without loss, a dramatic one. Shandil Regis is on strike. Nkosi St. Hilaire is at the non-striker's end, resting on his bat, thinking about his fortunes. Trying to turn it around, but can't beat the man at back with a square just short. Trying to turn it around the corner. He's got to be very watchful, Andre Fletcher, and these Nutmeg Warriors. They mean business.
Yeah, Fletcher, they're just trying to make sure that he gets that out of the way. Seemed to have knocked himself while trying to take that catch. May just sting the head there a bit. I think the fall might have been a bit hard on the body. He's a tough customer. He will definitely be up and ready, roaring to go.
Good afternoon to our friends viewing via Facebook, you notice one of our cricketers there, Kem Charles, is on the live. He's playing with the Saffron Strikers. Saffron Strikers not having the best of seasons this year. Kem Charles was particularly explosive in one game where he was brutal to just about every ball. I think he went for 60 somebody, 67 or 63, somewhere about. But that day he was in a no-nonsense mood. Clyde will get the score for us. Or maybe Kem might even tell us before Clyde finds it. Looking to make connection, but he doesn't make it properly. And look who takes the catch with a pose for the camera. Andre Fletcher. Oh, redemption time. Redemption song. Andre Fletcher picks up an easy catch. This was more regulation than anything else. And Shondell Regis is gone.
Yeah, really no need for that shot. You have time. Yes, you're chasing 100, but you just want to maybe go through the pieces, feel a few off the middle, and then you can really assess the conditions. We know that the wicket tends to hold up every now and again. You know, it's nice for bowling, nice for batting, but you still have to be cautious. He was never cautious there.
Raquel Love, good afternoon to you as well. The Cinnamon Pacers looking for 102. And the score that you will see is not representative of a football game. It's not 1-all. It's actually 1-for-1. Yeah, it was 56 against the... Who was it? He had a high score, 56. That's Kem Charles was speaking about, actually. I think it was his first or his second game he played. But anyhow, that's it. So there have been some good spurts of hitting here at the Lassa Just Playing Field in this, the 2024 edition of the Spice Isle Dream 11 T10 tournament. Shadrach Descard got off to a blinder. Andre Fletcher gave us something to cheer about as well. The man in blue. This time they get the one just forward of square, easy single. Now the man in blue for the Ginger Generals, Lyndon Lawrence. Some of the cleanest hitting that I would have seen in the tournament so far was a few days ago when he launched an attack. There have been some good moments, more great moments than bad ones. This could be trouble here. He was late getting off the mark. He was sleeping on the blocks. That's a St. Hilaire, but eventually, a nice, clean, loud, decisive call coming in from Kieran Kotoy. And that brings the end to a very eventful first over. A drop catch, a comfortable catch, almost run out, and some anxious moments all put together. The Cinnamon Pacers in search of 102 are 3-for-1.
Yeah, good tight start there by Moses. Not really giving away anything, but rather gaining a wicket in the wickets column. And we are certain that once the bowlers continue to pick up wickets, the Cinnamon Pacers, they will not get to that total of 100.
Kato has employed the services of Josh Thomas to come from the Riverbank end. He is known to have some pace. He has not been express pace in this tournament, Josh Thomas.
Yeah, Josh just still looking to find his rhythm. I think we've seen him, his rhythm not really where it should be.
Oh, but he's beaten the edge first up. And if he has to find his rhythm, today might be a very good day for him to find it, because the Nutmeg Warriors does not have a lot of runs to play with.
Yeah, when he's in rhythm, he tends to, be very quick and can give you quite a few sharp ones. He does get it to move away from the right-hander, so he has quite a bit that he can bring, Thomas.
World Cup action, the United States and South Africa will play tomorrow. And with a big match tomorrow, of course, for West Indians. West Indies versus England, Super 8 action. Ooh, that's lifting. And that's some encouraging signs for the Nutmeg Warriors. Wow.
This is what I'm talking about. When he's in rhythm, you see a lot of these deliveries coming down. Batter really not having much opportunity to do anything but to watch it go by.
You think the West Indies have struck some good form after the way they handled Afghanistan last evening? He's looking to beat Thomas off a line, but that one was very quick. Went past the bat long before he was into the shot, Nkosi Saint-Hilaire.
Yeah, Thomas just really working up a bit of peace there.
Don't call me anything after 8:30 tomorrow night. I will not be answering my phone. I'll be sitting in front of the television looking at the West Indies playing England. It's not the replay. It's the actual game. He has pitched it in that spot right there consistently for the last 2 deliveries, and the same result. Nkosi Saint-Hilaire looking to go at him, not making any connection.
Tell you what, if Saint-Hilaire is up for it, he can very well use the piece of Thomas to get him away.
This one was a little wider, but not the convincing stroke play from Nkosi Saint-Hilaire that we've grown accustomed to. He's a lot better than that stroke played a while ago.
Yeah, I think we've seen some appreciable movement from Thomas away from the right-hander Saint-Hilaire. And so it has unsettled him somewhat. You can see him just stretching to try to reach that one. Really, this is not what you want from him. He needs to be in control, of where he makes contact with the ball.
Oh, he's not going to like that at all. Some more buys, 4 buys now. We have the Lasser just playing field in St. David, the home ground, the backyard of Anderson Peters, 2-time world javelin champion from Grenada. Anderson Peters is currently in Finland, finished 4th today, throwing a distance of 82.58 meters. He picked it up nicely. He's not going to run for it. He knows it would... thought it had the legs to carry to the boundary. He was probably thinking that it had the legs to carry to the boundary, Katoy. But it didn't. And at the end of that Josh Thomas over, it's 10 for 1 after 2.
Yeah, good over by Thomas again. Just really working up the pace. Unfortunately, the leg by had to come in to play, but outside of that, I think he has bowled really a fierce over. Saint-Hilaire was troubled, and now the pressure is on the Cinnamon Pacers.
Anderson Peters throwing 82.58 meters, not too far off the leader. Even though he came 4th, the leader was first with a distance of 80, I think it was 80, yeah, here it is, 85.97. That's a Niraj Chopra from India. And Tony of Finland second, and Oliver Helander of Finland, third. So the athletes from Finland second and third, and the Indian first, and the Grenadian fourth. Not too far off in terms of distance between first and fourth, 82.58 and 85.97.
Yeah, good. That's good preparation there for Peters. We'll want to make sure that the javelin, comes out as smooth as it can with the Olympics just a few weeks away.
He spooned this one, mistimed it. It's going to go down backward a square. He's going to get some runs. He's going to carry to the boundary for 4. Wouldn't mind that at all. Runs is runs.
Yeah, smart shot by Kotoy. Got into the wicket and just helped it over the man there at short fine leg. Good result for him. Good placement. And this is what we talk about, as batters batting, especially in the power play. You have to be able to use the pace of the of the bowler to your advantage.
Clean. Goes the full distance. It's a maximum 6.
Tell you what, that's an incredible shot. He looked at it as if he was just whipping it through the onside, but it carried all the way for 6. That was just pure timing. I think that shot really speaks to how well this wicket has been playing.
Slower delivery and picked up. And the former club DJ out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Kieran Kotoy, dispatched it. That was music coming off the bat, wasn't it?
Yeah, slower delivery, but just a little too slow for Kotoy to really trouble him in any way. I think when he saw it, he was really happy because he knew that once he got the connection, it would have been out the ground.
A good comeback from Moses. Faster ball than the previous one he bowled. Previous delivery was almost in neutral. This one was a little bit, this one was slow. Big, thick edge. It goes all the way. 6 runs. So he went after it hard and it went spooning in the air down to third man. That's another maximum. So Kieran Kotoy takes us to the end of 3. He's on 24. Nkosi St. Hilaire is very pedestrian on 2, and the Cinnamon Pacers are 32 for 1.
Yeah, Kotoy really getting away with this one. I think he came down the track, really didn't have any clue as to where this ball would have ended. Luckily for him, it ended up over the third man region for 6. So good result for him. He has a bit of momentum going into his batting innings.
Changing the bowling. Changing the bowling for the Nutmeg Warriors. It looks like Jamal Francis, the young left arm, quick medium pacer, runs in with his head leaned to one side. Looks almost innocent, but he has a delivery that slices you and dices you. And he's picked up a few victims well. The most diligent one I've seen is the captain. That's good work outside there. Excellent work. And the offside, that's Isaiah Simon. Isaiah Simon is at point. It came on to him in a flash. Jamal Francis, he diced Heron Campbell last week. Well. Trouble for the Cinnamon Pacers. 32 for 2. Nkosi Saint-Hilaire, after spending an eternity outside there, goes for 2.
Yeah, good delivery again. Really, the batsman looking for the ball to come across him. He got into his wicket, but it followed him. It stuck on him. And all he could do was glove it behind to the keeper. Good smart catch from the keeper. And Francis picks up yet another wicket.
Oh, they were warned. He gets the ball to move in both directions. This one just going down the leg side, straightening. It would have been a peach of a delivery to the right-hander. Or to the left-hander, that should be. But to this right-hander here, he cramped him. Had to play at it, really. Didn't have a choice. He walked across his wicket. Junior Henry, the wicket keeper for the Nutmeg Warriors, comes in to strike now. The Nutmeg for the Cinnamon Pieces, sorry. I've got to get the lips and the mind working together. Something probably just unplugged somewhere in mid-avenue.
Easy. Back up. Back it up, man.
Getting that ball to do something. This long, young Jamal Francis.
Yeah, it's good to see him, just really having that level of success. I know that he's put in a lot of work within the last year, and it's good to see that he can get good results from being out in the middle in situations like these.
Wow, that's cleanly struck. That's clean as a whistle.
Yeah, Francis just guilty of being a little too short. Batsman had enough time to get inside his wicket and really, get the power free in their arms.
He was looking to play a similar stroke, but this one was not there at all. It was pitched up. He's lucky. He's very lucky. And at the end of the power play, Cinnamon Pacers are 39 for 2. Junior Henry on 6 and Kieran Kotoy. He's raced to 24 from just 9 deliveries.
Well, quite interesting at the end of the power play. the Nutmeg Warriors, they also lost 2 wickets. And Cinnamon Pacers just about 9, maybe 8 runs more at this stage, but really nothing to speak about here. We need to go maybe into the 6th, 8th over to really see the difference.
Off stump? That's off stump.
Nutmeg Warriors would want to pick up a win today if they want to give themselves a chance going into the knockout stages of this tournament. Losing today and tomorrow would give them the boot. Slow delivery and can't get it off. Good afternoon to Jamila Lewis. She's enjoying the cricket from every direction, and she's not down in the Cinnamon Pieces camp. She's up in the pavilion. Wherever she is, she's glued to the feed. She says the commentary flows like clean running water.
Is that Nawasa water?
You're not going to get me in trouble.
So this card doing a pretty decent job with the slower deliveries.
Quicker one and beating the batsman. He was into the shot long after the ball passed Junior Henry. Yeah, this card can mix it up. He has a very quick one and then he rolls his fingers, even with the same action, rolls his finger off the ball and holds it back just a little bit. And that one is very lethal. He's going to be penalized here for sure.
Yeah, good over so far. He has really kept things quiet, has this card. Pressure just building somewhat on the Cinnamon Pacers.
Friends in Grosile, your hometown boy from St. Lucia, is at Lasser Jess turning on the heat for the Nutmeg Warriors against the Cinnamon Pacers. Cinnamon Pacers going at just over 8 3/4. What is required is just under 11.5.
Well, they have just lost 2 wickets, so quite a bit of batting to come. So I don't think they would be worried, the Cinnamon Pacers.
Well, they've got to limit the extras because they don't have a lot to play with. Cinnamon Pacers extras for the Nutmeg War against the Nutmeg Warriors has already reached up to 10. It's in double digits. It's higher than St. Hilaire's score of 2. And yet to be beaten by Henry, who's on 6. But he's going to get a boundary here. He just got on the inside of it and turned it to square leg for 4. That's brilliant.
Yeah, good shot by Kotoy. The fielder was out at backward square, And the man inside the fine leg was a bit square, and he was able to penetrate between the two of them.
Ah, we heard a nick. Something. Yes, he's got him. Shadrach Descartes has got his man. Another wicket down for the Cinnamon Pacers. They're in trouble now. 46 for 3.
Yeah, really a hard way to get out. Strangled down the leg side. A delivery which you could have left all alone. You would have gotten a wide and still have the opportunity to face up to another delivery. Unfortunately, he got the faint edge, and he has to depart. I can imagine he's disappointed.
Well, he has only himself to blame. Cyprian Forsyth strides out to the middle. He's got a huge task ahead of him.
Yeah, so a lot will depend on Forsyth here and Henry in terms of getting that total as close to the 101 required. Still have the likes of Ryan John to come. He can give it a good thumping. So just in case they need him, but these two would want to bat as deep as possible.
Ah, that was threaded nicely. Pass point, wideish. They get two eventually.
Again, we keep seeing the ploy from the bowlers to get the ball wide and ask the batters to chase after it. Henry chasing this one. Luckily for him, he got a good result. We saw other batsmen chasing it and hitting it straight to the fielders.
You're not too soon. He's got to be careful. You want to stay on bat now. You don't want to give it away. Young Jamal Francis is excited about the prospects, what he has seen so far from Toussaint. From Henry, that is, sorry. Now that one will go all the way. Yes, it does. Good shot. Square on the offside. 6 runs.
Yeah, delivery just short and wide. And really, once you get good connection onto these, they will travel and travel far. Just need to be a little more tight. Don't not really allow the batter to get his hands free, that he can power through it.
Still a further 48 runs required. 26 deliveries remaining. Oh, well, that's some sloppy work outside there. That's some sloppy work outside there. John Olive.
Yeah, you gotta make a better effort. You're defending a total of just 101. And so everything you save will be pressure added to the batting team.
He has released the pressure just a little bit on the Cinnamon Pacers. And that is what pressure does. When you release the pressure, the batsman release. And that was released off the bat with some zest by Cyprian Forsyth.
Yeah, Henry just climbing into that one. I think, just losing his length there a bit. Not really hitting the sort of length that he hit earlier, where he was forcing the batter to sort of reach for it. He got too close to the batters, which, allowed him to be able to power him for a few boundaries.
Cyprian Forsyth is yet to face a ball. And Junior Henry is there on 24. 38 required, a further 38 required from 24 deliveries. So it's still very gettable. I think this over here will tell the story as to where this game will be heading. The 7th over. It's still delicately poised, Ashley Cummins. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's a quite open game still. We've got some remembering that Ryan John is still in the dugout. I think that Cinnamon Pacers are well placed. The batsmen just have to keep batting sensibly.
You've got Ryan George. You've got Ryan John, sorry. You've got Dana George. Kurtson Murray. He can belt it around. Sharon Lewis is no slouch either. So what they've got to be careful with now is that no dot balls. 38 required from a further 24. Andre Fletcher comes into the attack now from the pavilion end.
Well, I can tell you that this is the correct time for Andre to be coming in.
Work, Fletch.
It's a tricky customer, Andre Fletcher. He will give you one or two that you feel you can hit. And then he's going to toss up one very quickly. Good work outside there. Good work by John Olive. He made up for his blunder. And he's given the appreciation. That was a sure boundary. Take a look at it.
Magnificent piece of work. Continue with a very good rhythm and picking up with one hand. Throwing that ball, saving 2 runs.
Junior Henry has released his headgear, probably thinking that he wants nothing to disturb him in his swing. He's on 26.
Still got to be watchful and selective. Smart bowling by Andre Fletcher. Not giving the batsman the timing to get under the ball. Smart bowling indeed.
He's gotten this one. This one will go the full distance. Yes, he picked Andre Fletcher up nicely. And that releases the pressure. 6 runs.
Well, as I said, you got to be selective. You got to be watchful. And this is what he has done. Get into a very nice position and it's a maximum.
Come on, boys.
29 required. 19 legal deliveries to come still. Cinnamon Pacers are 73 for 3. The current run rate has elapsed the required run rate. He's bowled him. He's bowled him. We told you about it even at the start of the over. And this is what Andre Fletcher does. He tosses you up. He gives you a little bit to tempt you, of course. And then he pushes through the quicker one.
Well, that's a quicker one indeed. Straight. Right there. Big in his eyes. Open up his eyes. Open up everything. And he was bold.
So Junior Henry goes. He's bowled Andre Fletcher for 32. 19 deliveries, spent just under 20 minutes there. Had a massive 6 off Andre Fletcher. He had 4 sixes in all. So he was hitting the ball cleanly. He scored most of his runs in boundaries. 28 of his 32 coming in boundaries.
Definitely very good strike rate. Very good going. Unfortunately, winding up and just did not get what he wanted with the captain, Ryan John. Still, there is hope for Cinnamon Pacers. And Josh Thomas coming back.
$29 runs still required. 18 deliveries to come. Ryan John starts over number 8.
That's Josh Thomas.
I've got to get the lips and the mind working, Ashley. It's been that kind of rough day.
Very much so.
Call is 1. Only 1 it will be. Josh Thomas, he's been spot on. His first over, he went outside the edge of Nkosi St. Hilaire a few times well.
Yes, he had been very rhythmic, and whenever he's in that mode, he can bowl very well. And he continued to really do what the Warriors is asking of him.
This time he gets Thomas, it spoons, it goes over mid-wicket, but it can't beat the fielder outside there, and a comfortable catch taken in the end. So more drama here now for the Cinnamon Pacers. They've dropped to 74, and 74 for 5.
Well, Ryan John getting the height, but not getting the distance there. Unfortunately, he's walking back with his bat in his hand like he's holding a spoon.
He's a big man. It sure would feel like a spoon for him. But Dana George or Shadrach Descartes outside there in the deep, it looks like Shadrach Descartes that took the catch.
Yes, that looks as Descartes. Cover the ground nicely. Yes, eyes on the ball. Magnificent catch taken.
He's got a safe pair of hands, this young man from St. Lucia. Nutmeg Warriors wins this tournament. He will certainly take the celebration to Grosile.
One thing I noticed of him, he's really enjoying his game, and it seems that he's really enjoying Grenada.
The new batsman, Dana George, coming out. He's going to join Cyprian Forsyth. It's a fairly new pair outside there. Cyprian is still stuck on 2. 28 runs required.
Very important wicket there to get of Ryan John.
Keep working, John. Keep going, George.
15 deliveries remaining, 28 runs to get. They're going at just over 9 3/4. This is encouraging stuff here from Josh Thomas. Must feel motivated seeing it go past the outside edge.
Well, Dana George just looking a little bit hopeless there because his right foot, his front foot is nowhere near what Josh Thomas is bowling. So it will always be a dot ball once he's going to continue that ploy. Josh is not going to move there easily.
Just one. They've been pretty tidy in the field, these Nutmeg Warriors. 75 for 5. 13 deliveries remaining. 27 runs to get. It's delicately poised, still gettable.
Nutmeg Warriors on the feet. Something is in the air for them.
That's the end of the over. With 12 deliveries remaining, Cinnamon Pacers are 75 for 5, still 27 runs adrift, and they require 13.5 runs off the last 2 overs. But this over here will tell the story. The penultimate over, over number 9, always gives you a clear indication as to where you can go if you're a betting man, Ashley.
Yes, definitely so. And with the Warriors, they are marshalling the troops. Captain is marshalling his troops, and they are really on a high now, realizing they're smelling something. Cinnamon Pacers, they can't get there, but they got to just keep their eyes on the ball, keep the shape, and play sensibly.
Shadrach Descartes come back. Cato has used his bowlers very well.
Yeah, very, very well indeed. Descartes had been really enjoying his work. Dana has to use the pace of the ball. He got to use his feet, keep the eyes on the ball with the mindset that he got to score runs, and ensure that he score runs. Warriors have a different plan. Descartes having every man now on the boundary. Still some men in the inner ring saving the singles.
He's not going to chance it. 1 is 1. That's sensible cricket. Six bowlers used by the Nutmeg Warriors so far.
Cyprian settles on his crease.
That's a nasty delivery coming back into the right hander, cutting him in half. And he's lucky. He's very fortunate there to be there still.
I don't think it is singing well now for Cinnamon Pacers. Descartes is using his experience, and Dana, that's a foresight. He's in some trouble.
Slow delivery, thugged out to a wide-ish mid-wicket. They call for 2. This is going to be close. This is going to be close. I think the umpire will call for assistance from upstairs. But it's very close. They were prepared to challenge the arm of Cato.
I think the call for 2 was just a little, somehow I believe it's just a little bit too late, because the first run was not really run quickly. And maybe just realizing that Cato have not got that good throwing arm, is just going to take a chance. So let's see what happens. Warriors are surrounding the troops, gathering the troops. They know it's a battle out there. And still are waiting to.
Well, we're going to take a look at it. momentarily. It's going to come up on your monitors in just a little bit. But they challenged the arm of Kato out in the deep. And they were successful. And so the umpire says, yes, he's in. And so Dana George lives on. He's been having some close calls. This card has 3 legal deliveries remaining. 24 required from 9.
9 fours is 36.
Just going past the hand of the outstretched wicket keeper. And just one. They wouldn't mind that at all.
I think Dana has to be very much more agile in his running. Just casually bouncing for a single when he should be looking for 2. But he's on strike now, so let's see what he can do. This cut will have different opinion.
Again, discard bowling a good line and length that is lifting and coming into the right-hander. Discard is using all his experience, pulling every trick out of the book. The required run rate is on a ladder.
And Jason, I can tell you, this is intelligent bowling on Saturday. Not just smart, but it's intelligent bowling. Not giving the batsman anything at all to have a go over the boundary. Anything you got to do, just maybe hit it high in the air. Then just not getting the front foot or not making any positive go at discard.
Uh, 22 required. And 22 required from the last over. It's going to take some fireworks from the Cinnamon Pacers. Strap yourselves in, because if the Cinnamon Pacers are to win, well, they're going to have to throw the full kitchen sink, the kit and caboodle at these Nutmeg Warriors. The last over would be very entertaining if that were to happen.
If you can't get the early 6 in that over, could bring some pressure. If you can't get that, I don't think it will be an easy task, because Andre Fletcher, the man with the trick in the fingers, seems that he's going to bowl the final over.
Fletcher has gone for 9 of his first over, but picked up the wicket. Just 1 wicket. Henry, the danger man, who was belting it all around the park, had him clean bowled with a quicker one for 32. They need 22 runs of this final over. Cinnamon Pacers. Would be wise now for the Nutmeg Warriors to spread the field, protect the boundaries. This could be danger here. This could be danger. There's a man settling on that. Oh, he just misses it. He just misses it. Well, they come back for 2. But boy, oh boy.
Well, they need 20 in 5. 5 fours 20. Would that be possible from Fletcher? I don't think so. Listen, that's what you call a hard iron ball, Fletcher ball there. Just can't get it no way.
He's an experienced cricketer, Andre Fletcher. He's electric in the field. He's also very good behind the stumps too as a wicket keeper. He's a good all-round cricketer, fit young lad. I use the word young in contrast to some of us in the commentary booth. Wow.
That's a beautiful, intelligent bowling from the experienced Andrew Fletcher. He's dancing because he knows that the fat lady is around. It's very difficult now for the Cinnamon Pacers to get anywhere from 20, get that 22 runs needed.
19 is required from 3.
3, 6, 18.
And the first one, he goes at it. Is it going to be taken? Yes, it's taken. The band is tuning up. The fat lady is starting to sing. The band is tuning up. And the Nutmeg Warriors takes another wicket. And Andre Fletcher is electric.
That's a good catch. Keep his eyes right through. Keep the hand in the correct position. And what a catch. Cyprian Forsyth have to make his way back to the dugout. When it seemed it all over. 2 to get Murray. What will he do?
There's very little he can do, the left-hander. There's very little Kurtzon Murray can do. It's on the verge of impossibility. Save and except Fletcher will bowl 2 no balls and get hit for 2 sixes off 2 free hits. That in itself is as long as a mile of elastic, even at full stretch. 19 required from 2. Cinnamon Pacers are 83 for 6. He's full of antics, isn't he?
Definitely so. Just doing this one day. If you remember the days of the Wild Indian, those we used to be playing.
He's picked up that one. It could be some consolation for him to club it for 6. Kurtzon Murray, that's a good way for the young man to end, but it doesn't change the results. 2 points will go to the Cinnamon Pace, to the Nutmeg Warriors. They've won this encounter. And Andre Fletcher, Cato, Descartes, and all the Nutmeg Warriors, they're celebrating.
Well played, cricket. Well played. Get there to 101, and really did come out there and defended, strongly defended 101 runs. Cinnamon Pacers going down, and the Warriors getting a victory that pushed them further and further into the tournament.
Yeah, well, it was a pretty decent run here from the Cinnamon Pacers. They tried 89 for 6, but the only batsman that really made any meat of it was Henry, who went for 32. He was bowled Andre Fletcher. We had Kieran Katoy, who was caught by Andrew, bowled by Descartes for 28. But apart from that, everyone else was normal, very simple. Let's take a quick look at the bowling figures. Everybody was pretty tight for the Nutmeg Warriors. Clyde?
Yeah, well, the Warriors, they really did well to restrict the Cinnamon Pacers. Pacers just lost it a bit. They pretty even Steven after the power play, and the Warriors, I think they did just what they needed to do to make sure the rotation of the bowlers, who bowled at what end, and that sort of thing really came together, and they had an excellent time in the field.
Well, I think the field placing was excellent. As you rightly said, the changing of the bowlers, changing of the guards, it was intelligently done. And, well, with the loss of Ryan John, Cinnamon Pacers had just lost the way. Ryan John, when he got out, you can see the body language of the Cinnamon Pacers players outside. Cyprian was kind of lost inside. They did not know which one to attack and which one to go with. And unfortunately, it was their demise. Cinnamon Pacers going down, and Nutmeg Warriors really defending well. What an excellent game of cricket they have played.
Yeah, well, really, they have outplayed the Cinnamon Pacers. The Pacers, they were hoping to get that victory today to bring them up the points table as we get closer to the business end. It will mean that they will remain where they are in fourth position. The Nutmeg Warriors, though, they would now follow the Clove Challengers. Challengers sitting on the table so far with some 11 points. Right, so after 7 games, they are on 11 points, the Challengers. The Ginger Generals, after 7 games, they are on 7 points. The Nutmeg Warriors, after 6 games, they're on 7. This game number 7 means that the 2 points that they've gathered here would bring them up to 9 points. That would mean that they're second behind the Nutmeg, the Clove Challengers. A lot to play for still. The Cinnamon Pacers, they're on 6 after 6 games, so they still have a game in hand. After 7 games, let's put it that way, because they just lost. So they still have a game in hand where they can make amends for what is happening. So we have Jason Skidong on the ground for the post-match presentation. Jason, if you're hearing me, if you're ready, we can...
All right, well, thank you very much, Clyde, and our friends upstairs, Clyde upstairs, and also Cummins, Ashley Cummins. And with me is the Sharice, of course. And we've got the man of the match presentation to come. Welcome to the post-match ceremony. Man of the match today, scoring 34 runs and 1 for 10 off his 2 overs from the Nutmeg Warriors, Shadrach Discard. Shadrach, join us. Well, congratulations, Shadrach Discard. I realize the celebration was going on and on and on, and you had a pretty decent game today. It was a low-scoring game by all indications, but you did pretty well.
Yeah, you know, thankful for the performance. It was a challenging pitch, but at the end of the day, it's applying yourself and thinking the game ahead.
All right, well, you're enjoying your T10 in Grenada for sure, because this is not your first man of the match trophy, and you guys are doing pretty well. You have to win the next game. You've got a game tomorrow that you've got to win if you want to get to the next round.
Well, the best I could do is enjoy it. Going forward in the tournament, we have 1 more game left, so we're looking to secure first or second place.
All right, well, thank you very much, Shadrach Discard, and congratulations and all the best. All right. All right, well, let's bring in Ryan John, the captain of the Cinnamon Pacers. Ryan, tough one today. You had it right there at the end, I think, but you just allowed it to slip away a little bit. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's just about seizing the key moments of the game. I feel like we didn't plan properly, or execute, should I put it like that. But nevertheless, that's how the game goes. We still have a chance, so it's about coming tomorrow and ensuring that we seal it tomorrow.
Yeah, you got to 101. I thought maybe you allowed the bowlers to dominate a little bit at your batting. Well, you limited them to 101, I should say, and you thought that was a little too much based on what was happening outside there?
I would say 10 over is accepted on this wicket. I mean, we just never really got a good momentum and kept it. But nevertheless, that's how the game goes. You know, today you're up, tomorrow you're down. It's something like life, so it's just about rebounding tomorrow.
All right. So, well, that's your story, or you've got cricket tomorrow as well?
Yes, tomorrow as well.
Who are you playing tomorrow?
Bayleaf Blasters.
Well, the Bayleaf Blasters, they started their season kind of slow, but they're coming up pretty nicely. So that should be an interesting one tomorrow. What are your thoughts on it? What are you looking to do?
Yeah, definitely. Last season, I played with Saffron Strikers. We won the tournament, but obviously we were in the same position as we in right now. So I still believe that we can pull through.
All right. Well, you're the man with the magic arm, so it seems. So congratulations. And it was a pretty decent performance today, even though you came out on the losing end. But I still want to wish you all the best going into tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, let's bring in Roland Cato, the winning captain. Roland Cato of the Nutmeg Warriors. Roland, you've been up against it, boy. Now you won today, and you're in a must-win position for tomorrow as well.
No, I don't think tomorrow is a must-win position. We're in second place or first place now, so we have 1 more game in the preliminary just to go there tomorrow and just try and get the job done.
All right. You got to 101. You thought you could have gotten some more, you think?
At halfway stage, we was basically saying the score was par because the wicket is not the wicket we've been playing on for the last couple of days. You know, the game today, earlier on today, was abandoned. That was due to the weather, so that had a part to play on the wicket. So I think 100 was a decent score, and we went out there and proved that.
You use your bowlers nicely. I thought that you rotated your bowlers to perfection. And with them needing, 22 off the last over, it was the fat lady singing at the start of the last over really for you.
Yeah, the ball was moving around all year, and so we just wanted to get the seamers. I think that Josh bowled very well, Shadrach bowled well, and in the ending, they just saw Fletcher to come and put on a show.
Yeah, well, Fletcher is a showman, isn't he? All right, well, congratulations, and we wish you all the best moving into tomorrow and the rest of the tournament. You guys have been featured in every finals, these Nutmeg Warriors, since the start of this tournament. And I heard Andre Fletcher saying today that this year ain't going to be much different. You guys looking to go for it this year?
Yeah, that is the plan now. So it's just about going out there and getting the one game tomorrow, try and get one win, and we'll be in the top 2 for sure and have a shot at the finals.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Roland Cato, the captain of the Nutmeg Warriors. That's it from downstairs, everybody. We've had just one game today because rain would have prevented the first game from playing. But weather permitting, we should have 2 games tomorrow. It should clear up. We're hoping, we're keeping our fingers crossed. But until tomorrow, have yourselves a great evening. And we link up right here at Last Just Playing Field. It's Spice Isle Dream 11, T10.